Today's episode of Did You Know? Did you know William F. Carey was the commissioner of New York City's Department of Sanitation, and he served under and he was assisted by Mayor Fiorello LaGuardia, also with some great help from the one and only FDR, along with his wife Eleanor Roosevelt. They were able to purchase land in Pawling, New York, Whaley Lake area, Dutchess County, estimated to be as much as 1,100 acres. That's a lot of land. They established Sanita Hills Camp. Now, Sanita is the root of the word sanitation. Aha. So, what did he do with it? Why, he acquired some 60 to 80 wood-bodied, retired 9th Avenue elevated railway cars from Manhattan and Bronx, New York City. They were shipped by rail, of course, from the Bronx to Whaley Lake, where it has been said a special siding was constructed for the offloading of these cars. Amazing. From there, the train cars were hauled over land to the waiting cinder block foundations that had been specially constructed. Dozers and surplus military 4x4 trucks were used to do this. They became affectionately nicknamed Pullmanettes. These train cars were then fitted with electricity, running water, kitchens, bathrooms, curtains, front porches, balconies, all the bells and whistles. You get the point. They were really customized. New York City sanitation workers and their families then would take their 1 week or their 2 week vacation at Sanita Hills itself, where recreational activities, religious activities, family bonding, and just plain old R&R could be found for all to enjoy. A few years into this, though, an investigation was launched to discover just how this was all paid for. The purchasing of the rail cars, the purchasing of the land, the shipping of the rail cars, the customizing of the rail cars, not to mention buildings were built, dining halls, great rooms, church facilities, camps, beaches. It was such an amazing place. But when the heat got turned up, the mayor finally caved and he ordered the camp closed, and it was donated to the Boy Scouts of America, who used it into the 1970s. Sanita Hills, Pawling, New York. So today, we're going to go poke around and see what's left. Let's go. Okay, kids, we found it. We are down here in Whaley Lake. We came down this road, and we went down that road to another road, and then we went the wrong way, and we turned around, and then we got lost again. But we found this little water pumping station, and I'm about ready to point my finger. This one right here, way up on the hill up there. There she is, the abandoned railway car. Let's go. Wait till you see what I found. There it is, up at the top of this hill. The lone soul, lonely survivor of the wood-bodied 9th Avenue elevated railway system, New York City train cars. That is and was Camp Sanita. Wow. If this don't qualify for lost rail beds, nothing does. Oh man, I am grateful for a lot of things right now. That I brought the editor-in-chief along with me, because she has much younger eyes than I do. And that Carey and Fiorello LaGuardia had the wherewithal to do this thing in the first place. And Mother Nature and development and progress has allowed this to stay here, albeit in rough shape. But if you were 120 years old sitting outside day in, day out, I'm not sure you'd be in the same shape either. This could quite possibly be one of my favorite
Lost Railbeds videos yet. Look at this. Think of all the thousands and thousands of New York City travelers that rode this exact car on the elevated railway from Manhattan to the Bronx back at just after the turn of the century. Wow. Should we go inside? Wow. I got 1 foot up. I got 2 feet up. Look at that. Look at that metal threshold right there. Look at that. That's where the door slid. Right there. This pocket door. Maybe not this exact one. That's cheap laminated crap. But that's the pocket door slide right there. Wow. Well, again, for those of you just tuning in, this is the last of them. I sure do wish I had a number, you know, number 2958 or something like that. Boy, I don't know if I want to go in there or not. I do want to. I don't know if I should. Wow. So these Pullman cars were brought up here. I'll peek around the corner there. See anything? Oh yeah, iron bodied. That was a window right there. This possibly, sure, this little cubicle right here is where the conductor would stand. Yep. Anybody else ever been here before? Camp Sonita Hills, Whaley Lake, Dutchess County. If you have, definitely comment on it. We would love to hear your thoughts. Anybody ever come here as a child? Let's see now. This place shut down when LaGuardia and Carey got caught with their illicit plan, which, again, sometimes bad things turn into good things. Look at the iron trusses right there. That was the superstructure that made up the curved roof right there. And they're still left. There's another one. They're still left up there. Looks like they go every other window. Yep. And those little transom windows up there. This is awesome. Yep. I'm going to check out the floor situation, and if I can go in there, I will. If not, I can stand alongside of it and get you some good shots. Let me get back with you. Okay, so I had read in the preliminary dust up to coming down here, this door right here. Obviously that was not there, that's not factory. What they did was, when they got these cars up here, they actually built awning porches or actual wooden covered porches. All this remnants right here is what's left. That was a ledger board up there. That was all attached to the front of this particular car. This had a nicer awning on it. Wow. But anyway, that door, they cut doors into each and every one of them dead center, and made it more cabin-like, house-like, instead of you walking in from the end or from that end. Wow, this is cool. Want to go look underneath, guys? Sure you do. Oh boy. Yep. Hey, this would be a good spot for that raccoon to jump out at us. Wow. Oh boy, there's not a whole lot holding this. There is, let's get the screen back on. Right up in there is the pivot point where the trucks were attached. They actually put the iron pivot point here, and I'm sure up there at the other end on those concrete block, cinder block foundations for maximum support. Unfortunately, the bellies of them gave out because that's what happens. But all the old all the old iron work is still here. The truss rods, the brake rods, the cross rods, the support rods. Wow. You know, if I were a raccoon, I would want to live underneath an old train car. Yeah. Let's go a little bit farther. I want to show you something here. See that? That's copper wire. Cut. Yeah. How much longer is this going to be here, guys? Nobody knows. But it's here now, and it's being documented here on Lost Rail Beds. There's a number right there, 3943. Okay, go on your Google machines and look up that part number and get 2 more. All right. Well, I am absolutely a kid in a candy store right now. Let's check this end out. Oh, look at this. Look at that nice round bumper there. Tow hooks. Yeah. This is awesome. Cool. Okay, so I wonder if we could somehow get this old metal garbage can back, teleported through eternity to Commissioner of Sanitation and get it back to him here. I thought I'd take a little break while the editor did some filming. It's your old buddy Russ here, and look where I am. I'm underneath the tailpiece of this old wood-bodied car from the elevated railway 9th Avenue district in the Bronx, up here in Pauling, Whaley Lake, Sonita Hills, Camp Sonita. This is the only one left, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, kids of all ages, this is it, and it's on your screen now. I highly encourage anybody within the sound of my voice to come here and check this out. Thanks. For all you carpenter and wood nerds out there, it's all original. So I don't have an exact date on the build of this car, but I can estimate between the turn of the century, 1900 century, and probably 1910. So early century. This car is at least 120 years old, because we're in 2023 right now. Think of the happy families that had great time here. Mom, dad, 2.1 kids, a dog, picket fence. Yep, back in the day. This is just gorgeous. Gonna try to get you. I do believe the editor-in-chief actually got it, but way up there are 3 original panels of glass in those transom windows still left. Every other one has been pinged out, knocked out, banged out, shot out. But there are the 3 original ones left up there. That's where I was sitting right there before. And this gives you an idea on how it's perched on these concrete blocks. So the city, New York City, paid not only for the land, 1,100 acres, not only for the rail cars, between 60 and 80. I think somewhere around 72 to 75 is more of an exact number. But between 60 and 80 of these cars that they bought or somehow requisitioned the money for, then transported up here, and then built a siding off the main line to stockpile as many as I would imagine 3 to 10 cars at once, and then pay manpower and labor and fuel in dozers and military trucks to haul them from there up here. This is mountainous. I mean, how did they get them up here? From here down, Whaley Lake is way down there. The siding is way down there. Let's go look at that. Come on. So check this out right here and right here. Look at the age and weathering on that iron rod. Look at that. I can't get under there, but maybe I can with the camera. Not much ground to cover up there. That's where old Rocky Raccoon lives over there. Hey, we're living the Miller High life. That's an older one. Pop top, no barcode. Haha. I'm gonna have one when I get home. Let's go down to the siding and try to find the siding, shall we? Yes, we shall. There she is from afar. So they would have got up and walked out down this flat plateau, perhaps sat on that rock ledge right there and had their morning coffee and peered out over the hill. And there's a big stone wall here with this obvious, starting here, about 6 foot wide break where they broke it to walk through. We're gonna go down and see if we can find some other foundations or piers or anything. All right, I'll hold her still for a second so you guys can read all that fancy graffiti. But that's the rock ledge we just came down. We came down from up there and we came boom, 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 wee, boom, 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 boom. And here we are on the Maybrook line underneath 292 in Whaley Lake. And we got something to show you. So Maybrook was double tracked, triple tracked in a lot of areas, but at least double in all. There's one that's still left. Here's the, what do they call it? Empire State Trail, I guess, maybe. Hey, at least they saved that one. Oh, and just in case you're wondering, be careful. Haha. Look at this. Looky what we found. Look at that. Is the original abutment for, I don't know if it was called Route 292 back then, but this is the original road that crossed the Maybrook line. And there's the other side. That's the west side right there. So I'll give you some perspective. That car, just that bridge right there, that's modern day 292. Goes around from old Route 55 and goes around Whaley Lake, comes out 311 down by Patterson, New York. West side abutment and the beautiful east side abutment of the original road. If you look way up there, let's see, here's my finger, way right about there, looks like a chunk of maybe 8 by 12, 8 by 14 timber sitting there, and there might have been one there at one point in time. Yes, we got some these are drill marks. Yeah, so what we're gonna do, we're walking this way and I'm gonna turn you off here in a second, but I want to tell you what we're gonna do first. Oh, look at that. Yeah, some original timbers of possibly a guardrail. And I'm supposed to look to my left. Oh, telegraph pole way up there. Mr. Finger doing his job here. Oh yeah, got the cross arms on it. Maybe we'll check that out on the way back. So back to my original train of thought. We are walking, actually right now we're walking north, but technically speaking, railroad lingo, we're going west. If we kept walking this way, we'd go to Hopewell Junction. and we're not doing that. But what we're going to look for, way up there yonder, is where the last surviving soul rail car from Camp Sanita is. We're going this way to look for any evidence at all of the sighting that the crooked old Mayor Fiorello LaGuardia built to take the cars off this main line here and store them while they were awaiting the crane and the heavy-duty dozers and trucks to pull them up the mountain. So, are we excited? Heck yeah! Looky, looky. Beautiful stone culvert. And way down in there is Big Bear. Hey. Yep, right here on the Maybrook line. Let's keep going. Okay, so right over there, this finger this time. Oh, there's the editor, right there. At this point in time, right over there was the culvert I just filmed. And it comes out right here. Look at those beautiful lintel stones. Hands of man built this. Hands of man. And horses and donkeys and steam gantries. And it comes out here. And the beautiful water flows into Whaley Lake. There it is. Whaley Lake. And we got telegraph poles down here. They are leaning all over the place, and the wires are all over the place. Cool. We got one more. Beautiful lentil, hand laid. And the light at the end of the tunnels, the Whaley Lake side. No raccoons, no bears. A whole ton of icicles. Cool. Let's go get the other side. Ow, ow, give me my hat back. So you would see this quite often where they would get a good grip on a good hole and bury a post part and then lash them both together to go up. That's not what I want to show you. What I want to show you is this nice little culvert. Quite big here on the Maybrook line. Let's see if I can get back up there. Oh yeah, baby. So this is the other side of where I just was. Look at that. That would be an awesome place to hang out on a nice hot summer day. And from the broken beer bottles, it looks like some folks already have. Stalactites. Cool. Well, there we go, 1953. BS Company, Steelton, 32RE00. BS Company, Steelton, 1953. Here I am laying down on the job. Just getting you back in line, folks. That right there is a new, quote-unquote, culvert. But it's from the 20s, so it's already 100 years old. My. Beautiful March day out here on Whaley Lake. Gorgeous. We're continuing towards Hopewell, looking for the Y turnoff spot where the switch was to unload those rail cars. We think we found it, but we're not going to jump in the water yet. Sometimes we start off with baby steps and we graduate to larger steps, and then we're running. Now, does that make any sense? Well, it could. You're looking at the baby steps right now. You're looking at railroad ties. Sorry for that quick movement, I really am. You're looking at railroad ties that were cut and tossed off the bank. And in a moment, I'm going to get back up there and show you where we are, because I believe we found the spot that the New York City Sanitation Department, through Mayor Fiorello LaGuardia, that's a mouthful, authorized to have a switch put in off the main line. All right, as promised, here's the mother load. That down there is an old wheelbarrow, but it's period correct from probably the 40s or 50s. So my hypothesis, you guys know what that word means, because I don't. My guess is the reason these ties are all cut into 2 and 3 foot pieces, all of them, there's hundreds of them here, is because on one fateful day, old Fiorello handed an envelope with $10,000 cash in it. This is one man's opinion, mine. And he gave it to the yard boss at the New York, New Haven, and Hartford. And he said, make that switch and all infrastructure related to it go away. And bring back to the yard here in Hartford or Danbury or Bridgeport, wherever they were working out of, bring back all the iron and scrap. Make the ties go away, turn them into 2 foot, 3 foot, 4 foot pieces, and pitch them over the bank. And thus ended the perils of the LaGuardia mess. What do you think? Could have been. All right, everything comes down to time in life, folks. Back that way is Patterson. There's beautiful Whaley Lake. And here comes a walker in a red coat. And that way goes to Hopewell. Okay, so my, what's that word again? Hypothesis? My theory, my guess. Hello, editor. Is there was somewhere, now keep in mind, this path was the secondary tracks. The switch would have been on this side, not the river side, because all of the rail cars went that way up onto Sonita Hills Camp property. So, what did I say, riverside? Yeah. It's a lake, not a river. So I'm thinking the switch was somewhere right around here, because we got a big wide gradient that goes out here and it's flat as a pancake. And right here by this Empire State Trail, down yonder over there, and scattered all through there are those little 2 foot, 3 foot pieces of tie that I found. This is all way back in here, fresh. It's all ballast. This is all cinder and ballast. Would have been a road bed for the siding. The siding came off here, came up here, and through this brush, you can see the end of that road. That's the road we were just on. That road would have been the access, dragging, pulling, towing part to pull the rail cars off of the main line by dozers and old military trucks up that hill, and then to have been placed and spotted where they placed and spotted them. What say you? All right, before my battery dies, right there in line is where I just was, where the switch would have been, and the siding. It would have come up here and gone directly up that road. Can't remember the name of this road, but it's a cul-de-sac right there. It's on the map. I'll get it for you. I've got 2% battery left, and I'm kind of in a time constraint. Anyway, this has been a really cool spot to investigate, and we're not done yet. I do believe we found it. We found evidence of the lone rail car left, and we found evidence of where the siding was off the main line to spur them off and drag them up the hill and place them. How cool is that? Yep, timing is everything. I sat down on this log right here to shoot the iron ore field, if you will, on the lake side, on the Whaley Lake side of the rail bed. And way up on the hill up there is Camp Sonita Hills. But on the lake side are all of these striated, almost plowed and furrowed deep ridges. And this is where the central New England in the late 60s and 1870s, there's a couple more, You can almost see them here now, where it goes down straight. And they would V-plow these, literally pulling with oxen and horses. And they would furrow out, and in the furrowing piles, they would sift through and get the iron ore out. This is a stretch maybe 500 yards long that way, by probably 30 yards wide, 40 yards at the max. So it was quality, not quantity, of iron ore that came out of here, right here on the shore of Whaley Lake. Now, I did say timing is everything. Just as I sat down on that log, a beautiful, from that tree right there, a beautiful American bald eagle took off and flew north, and I must have spooked them. Railroads, iron ore, Sanita Hills, Whaley Lake, beautiful day out with the editor, and that beautiful old wooden-sided rail car. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to end it here. We're going to go home and post this one ASAP. Lost Rail Beds. In a never-ending quest to bring you more than just railroad-related stuff, 2 mussel shells caught, pawed out of the lake, and brought to this spot right here and eaten by a raccoon, and 3 beautiful chunks of coal. Now, these chunks of coal could be from the 1940s, or they could very well be from before the turn of the century. And we're almost back. Huffing and puffing at the end of an adventurous day. Here on the Maybrook line, we're looking at Brewster. We're looking at the original stoneworks of the road crossing, right there to there. We're looking at the new bridge, and Sam is right up there. And so is half of my ham sandwich. Out of the depths, we climbed chicken parm nearly, and we reached the crest and the pinnacle, and there he is. Woohoo!
Sanita Hills exists now only in the memories of those who once shared time there with others. Those memories are precious. We must, today, appreciate the fact that what is left of this place is on private lands. Respect these grounds and all others. Thanks for watching.
How could I go on without you?